Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is part 12 of SQL Server tutorial. In previous session we have discussed about user defined functions and what is the advantages of user defined functions and disadvantages of user defined functions. In today's session we are going to discuss about scalar functions under user defined functions. Before continuing with this session, I would request you all please subscribe to my channel and click on bell icon for notification alerts. This user-defined scalar functions also returns a single value as a result of actions performed by the function. So as we discussed in previous sessions, system-defined scalar function also returns the single value. Also user-defined function also returns one single value only. Also in user-defined functions we can return any data type from a function. This is the syntax for scalar functions. Whenever we are creating any function, we have to provide the function name. Create is a keyword, function is keyword, and we have to provide the function name here. And here we have to pass the input parameters for scalar function. Also, whenever we are passing input parameter, we have to provide the data type also. What type of data we are providing as a input. We can use more than two parameters also. For this example, I am giving as two parameters here. We can pass more than two parameters also. This scalar function will return one output. For that we have to provide the data type. What type of data we are going to return. Inside function we are using select query to join both the input values and we are returning as a single value as output. So here we are using concatenation to join the both the input values. We'll see the example for this scalar function. So this is the example we are going to see in SQL Server. We will create one function. This is the function name we are providing. We are passing two input parameters. One is name and one more is designation. For both the parameters, we are providing data type as varchar and we are giving length of the parameter also. 50 characters we are passing. It will return varchar only because both the input parameters we are passing as varchar. It will return as varchar only and we have to define the size also. Inside function we are using select query to join both the values and we are sending output as a single value. So this is the example. We have one table called employee master where the table contains name and designation in separate columns. We want to join as a name and designation, name hyphen designation. To get this output we are going to create one scalar function so that we will pass this name as a input parameter and designation also input parameter so that it will return as name hyphen designation. We'll switch to SQL Server and we'll see this example. I'm going to use Microsoft SQL Server 2012 for this example and I'm using Windows Authentication. Click on connect. It's connected to my database server. We are going to use demo database for this example. Click on new query to create function. Create function. We have to provide the function name. We are going to create one user defined function. That's why I'm using as UDF user defined function and get employee name and designation. So this is my function name where we have to pass input parameter. For this we need name here and we have to provide the data type and we have to provide the size for the data type. Also we need designation here. We are going to pass two parameters. You can use more than two parameters also. So I am creating one more designation parameter with the varchar 50. Okay, whereas it will returns string only because we are passing input parameter as name and designation. We are going to get name and designation as a output parameter. For that I am using data type as varchar begin. So inside the function we have to create one select query. Here we have to call the select query select name and we need designation also. That is, we have to pass the parameter designation. Click on execute. So our function is created here. Expand the programmability. Under functions, expand the scalar valued functions. Our function has been created here. Now we'll see how to execute a scalar function in SQL Server. Now we have created scalar function. We have to execute the scalar function to get the output value. For that, this is the syntax to execute a scalar function. Select. We are going to use select query and we have to pass this function name here and we have to pass input parameters. That is, we are going to pass two input parameters and we will get the output from the table. So this is the example. Select. This is our function name and designation we are going to provide and we will get output as name and designation. So here we can give any name, there is no restriction. So and we are going to get it from employee master table. We'll switch to SQL Server and we'll try to execute this scalar function. So we have one employee master table where I am going to pass input parameter as name and designation. I want to get output as name hyphen designation. For that we have to execute our function. So this is our function name. You can drag and drop here. We have to use select query for this and we have provided our function name and then we have to pass our input parameters here. One is name and designation. Then we will get name and designation as name and designation. From we have to provide the table name here, that is employee master table. This is our table. We are going to execute our scalar function and we are passing input parameter as name and designation, where output we will get it as name and designation. Okay, click on execute. So we are getting output as name and designation. So like this we can use these scalar functions in SQL Server. So in today's session we have discussed about scalar functions with the examples. In next session we will discuss about inline table valued functions in SQL Server with the examples. That's it for today. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.